This event is Amna Samna. This is straightforward, straight from the heart discussion. The topic is decarbonization, role of smart buildings for a cost-effective solution. When we talk about decarbonization, what we come to it now is it is not an option, but it's a key for our survival, the survival of Mother Earth. Every smart building we create is a step closer to cleaner, greener future. Because the more smarter the building, the more sustainable, and hence we are moving more closer towards sustainability. Did you know that buildings are responsible for almost 28% of global carbon emissions? And here's a kicker. Smart buildings have the potential to cut these emissions by 30%, just by optimizing energy and the usage of other natural resources. That's the power of decarbonization. Next up, we peep into one of the most pressing issues of our time, that's decarbonization. How do smart buildings play a role in reducing our carbon footprint and offering cost-effective solutions? You're about to find out in this stimulating Amna Samna discussion. Let's hear it out from our expert.
May I invite our first panelist, Mr. K.D. Singh. Mr. K.D. Singh is a managing director at Aircon Engineers Private Limited, a 35-year-old HVAC system integration company, engaged in executing various kind of HVAC projects. He is an HVAC professional par excellence. Request to have a round of applause for Mr. K.D. Singh.
Let's please welcome Mr. K.D. Singh with a huge round of applause. Welcome, sir. Next, I would want to invite on the dais Harun Siddiqui, the most seasoned professional who leads the digital transformation of MEP project life cycles, successfully digitizing processes using advanced technologies like BIM. Mr. Harun Siddiqui, Senior VP and Corporate Head of MEP at Rustomjee Developers. He has managed diverse range of prestigious projects, including Muscat International Airport in Oman, high-rise developments in Mumbai, and many more. May I welcome Mr. Harun Siddiqui to come on stage for the panel discussion.
Yes, so meanwhile, let's move ahead with our next panelist. We have Mr. Javed Rafiq, a dynamic person who is a mechanical engineer from India and the president heading global sales and marketing at Redix Electrosystems. This speaker loves to travel, connect, learn and develop long-term relationships. Javed has lived and worked across 4 continents in sales, product management and corporate strategy roles in the BAS and instrumentation industry. His global experience is complemented by an MBA from 2 of the top global B schools. He is a problem solver, loves getting in the thick of things while making a difference. Please welcome Mr. Javed Rafiq.
A huge round of applause. Welcome, sir. Next, I would want to invite our own Mr. Vinayak Sane, most seasoned professional of our industry. Sane sir is an electrical engineer. He's transitioned from manufacturing to consulting, focusing on integrated building management systems. With experience in various sectors, co-founded Abhyanta Consulting Engineers, an MEP and design and consulting firm based out of Pune. We welcome you, sir.
Big round of applause for Mr. Vinayak Sane. With so strong panelists, we actually need a strong moderator as well. So, who can't be without saying ever charming Mr. Ashish Rakheja, who is a seasoned consulting engineer, who has designed over 3,000 projects, including hotels, airports, hospitals, retail, residentials, commercial, high-rises and industrial projects. Mr. Rakheja specializes in high-performance buildings and has been actively involved in leading design activities of electromechanical services for 10 net zero energy buildings, 2 net zero water townships and over 80 platinum rated green projects in India. Quite a phenomenal figure. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Ashish Rakheja.
नमस्कार एवरीवन, प्लीज हैव अ सीट। मैं वहां आने ही नहीं जा रहा। मुझे बताया गया कि ये आमना सामना है, और अगर मैं आपके साथ बैठ गया तो ना आमने होऊंगा ना सामने होऊंगा, तो इसलिए मैं इधर सामने ही खड़ा होऊंगा आपके। तो ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक है, और decarbonization, which is very close to my heart, role of smart buildings for a cost-effective solution. Decarbonization, smart buildings, and cost-effective. These are the three key words that we have to worry about. और panelists हमारे बहुत eminent panelists हैं, and I always like to have a wild card entry in my panels. And that is why I always keep one chair free. And normally the person who's coming from the audience doesn't even know that he or she is being invited for that. We have amongst us Anshul ji, comes with a lot of experience in industry, building industry. I'm going to invite her on the dais. I know, ma'am, you are not ready. And we'd love to have you there to have your views also. पूरे आमने सामने में जो भी आपने क्वेश्चन पूछना है, यू आर मोर देन वेलकम. प्लीज रेज योर हैंड, आई विल कम. बेस्ट पार्ट इज कि मुझे नहीं पता मैं क्या पूछने वाला हूँ, जब और इनको भी नहीं पता क्या इनसे मैं पूछने वाला हूँ, क्योंकि दिस इज ऑल गोइंग टू बी अ स्पॉन्टेनियस टॉक. मेरे पास सखी जैसे प्री प्रिपेयर्ड क्वेश्चंस नहीं है वेयर आई कैन जस्ट गो एंड से कि ये आपसे मैं पूछूंगा, है ही नहीं. सो बी प्रिपेयर्ड, जो होगा देखा जाएगा अब इसके बाद. अच्छा, और थोड़े से रूल्स ये भी हैं कि कोई भी क्वेश्चन किसी के लिए नहीं है, क्वेश्चन सबके लिए है. जो कुछ ही क्वेश्चंस होंगे, लेकिन आप सब अपने व्यू पॉइंट दे सकते हो. जब आपको लगे आप जस्ट अपना हाथ उठाओ या माइक में बोलना शुरू कर दो, दैट बी गुड इनफ. जहाँ पे नहीं कहना कुछ भी मत कहिए, कोई आसान है वो तो. राइट अरुण भाई? परफेक्ट, ठीक है. सो वी इनवाइट, आई स्पेशली इनवाइटेड हियर बिकॉज वी आर मिसिंग अ ग्रीन कंसल्टेंट हियर. और आज की डेट में अगर हम परफॉर्मेंस, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव सॉल्यूशंस की बात कर रहे हैं, सो सस्टेनेबिलिटी इज द बिगेस्ट. Decarbonization, now all of them, he's a user, he is a consultant, he is a supplier, he is a contractor. What we really missed was a sustainability consultant, and that's the reason I invited. There's a reason why we did that. All right. So पहले तो मुझे एक smart, since we are discussing role of smart buildings, what do you mean by smart building? कोई इसमें से, आप में से कोई smart building की कोई definition देगा? क्योंकि morning में सखी जी ने smart शुरू तो किया था, but let's say you tell us what is in your opinion would be a smart building be. So Arun bhai, कोई भी आप में से चाहे, you can start with this here.
So, being the wild card entry, I'll try with a wilder definition here. So, to define SMART as a word, I would say S stands for sustainability, M will stand for measurable, A...
Ashish.
Anshul also is possible,
Okay, Anshul
but I
also.
will go
Anshul
with
and
affordable.
Ashish. A and A. So smart is now SMAART.
But probably the A stands for affordable here. Okay, we'll take it. So we will redefine it for INBAG this time. But so sustainable, measurable, affordable, renewable, and technology. Probably that is smart for me.
Fantastic. Well said.
Can I give this
Yeah,
one?
please Javed, aap kar.
So, from my point of view, smart building is a building that takes care of three aspects. Takes care of comfort of the user, number one. It gives you bang for your buck, i.e. all your capital expenditure operates correctly, efficiently. And thirdly, it's for energy conservation, so that it runs in such a way that it's efficient and consumes less power than it.
Right. Any other word somebody would like to add? Yes, KD sir. You are roaring to go, so please go ahead.
So I would say that a smart building is one that gives you value for money, as what everybody has said. And in very simple terms, it replaces the human intelligence to a machine intelligence. So a human being operating a building in olden times to make it the most efficient the way that it was is now being put on an algorithm or a program to see that it works to its best efficiency. It's modeled and brought to a particular level to see it works to its
आप
best.
में किसके ये समझ में आया जो केडी सिंह साहब ने बोला, एफिशिएंसी, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिवनेस? आपको क्या लगता है स्मार्ट बिल्डिंग से these are synonyms here somewhere? स्मार्ट सुनते ही कॉस्ट इफेक्टिवनेस, एफिशिएंसी, ये बड़े बड़े वर्ड्स जो इन्होंने बोले हैं, कुछ ऐसा सिमिलर सा साउंड करता है? इफ इट वाज, ये रूम आज पूरा जैम पैक्ड होता. It is such a smart event, and you can see how unsmart we are not being here at this event. So that tells you where the smartness is coming.
Ashish,
But
in
come
a
back.
simple way,
Ji, ji, ji.
I would say a smart building is of a building. It has so many attributes reconnected technically. But does it really happen?
Doesn't really happen. Good. मुझे एक्चुअली इन्होंने बोला कि विनायक साने को जरूर बुलाएंगे. And I'll tell you the secret. She said, वो बताएगा कैसे स्मार्ट बिल्डिंग काम नहीं करती है. Am I right? सखी, ये हमारी conversation, she's not going to say that, right? All the smart people are in the room. Well said, Sakhi. I think a round of applause for all the smart people who are sitting here. Okay, Harun bhai, yes, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हो?
For me as an end user, because we used to interact the direct customers also, after completion, everything we design, मेरे हिंदी में मेरे लिए स्मार्ट बिल्डिंग वो है जिसमें सीमलेस पावर सप्लाई आती रहे, इंटरनेट की कनेक्टिविटी हो, इसमें संडे में अगर घर पे है बंदा तो वो मेन वाटर टैंक में पानी ख़त्म हुआ है या नहीं हुआ है तो उसको वो नातुर फ़ोन नहीं करे कि आज पानी नहीं आएगा. तो दिस ऑल बैक एंड इंफ्रा, इफ इट इज़ देयर, इट इज़ रोबोस्ट. And if we are monitoring the back-end infra, because the smart home is not a home, Alexa switch on light, Amazon पे वो 200-500 रुपए में सब कुछ होता है. तो but that smartness makes your building smarter. And end user को बहुत ज़्यादा फ़र्क इस बातों से नहीं पड़ता है कि आपने कितनी टेक्नोलॉजीज लगाई हैं, क्या लगाया है, रीजनरेटिव ड्राइव लिफ्ट में लगाई है, नहीं लगाई है, उसका कितना कम शट डाउन हो रहा है, कितनी मॉनिटरिंग हो रहा है. बेसिक्स को अगर स्मार्ट कर लेंगे, एंड आशीष, वी आर फार अवे फ्रॉम मेकिंग अवर basics smarter. So that is the responsibility lies with the consultants, because we are developers, we are end users. So they should design like this. And one thing I was discussing with Amit also, consultant should add a one chapter into the all tenders and the all RFPs, the maintenance part, AMC part. Ashish design everything very nicely, everything is there, but after 1 year we go to the sites, the fans are not working, systems are not working. So that is my request.
Right, Harun bhai, I think आपने तो बिल्कुल ही बंदूक चला दी बिल्कुल उसके ऊपर. ठीक है, चलिए मान ली बात आपकी. एक साइड स्मार्ट, we spoke about it, दूसरी तरफ cost effective. What would in your opinion, a definition of cost effective going to be in a building? सबसे सस्ता?
No, the cost effectiveness is, value engineering is not just reducing the cost. And as an end user, when we got into the projects and the requirements come, first of all, we used to comply the authority requirements and the IGBC certification. Now it is mandatory to get the more FSI and this. But when I went into the depth, all those requirements and this, so believe me, if you are making a sustainable building and if you are optimizing the design, so it is reducing your capex, opex, and the installation cost also. So the cost effectiveness is what is required. In short, अगर आपको मच्छर मारने के लिए छोटा सा आपको नाइट कोइन या कुछ ऐसा लगाना है, आप AK-47 स्पेसिफाई करोगे तो मच्छर तो मरेगा नहीं, होल हो जाएगा. तो कई बार क्या है, हम लोग सस्टेनेबिलिटी के चक्कर में इतना डरा देते हैं, तो कोई भी डायरेक्टर प्रमोटर पूछता है भाई मेरे को IGBC वगैरह के चक्कर में मत डालो. इट्स वेरी कॉस्टली अफेयर. इसमें जनरली लोग बोलते हैं 10 से 15% आप ऐड कर लो कॉस्ट. बट आई हैव द रियल डाटाज इन द नेक्स्ट इशू ऑफ मैगजीन. कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन फॉर द मैगजीन. उसके लिए मैंने छोटा सा डाटा बना के रखा है. अगर साकी मेरे को परमिशन देंगी तो मैं छोटा सा आर्टिकल को जगह देंगी तो मैं उसमें वो डाटा आई विल शेयर द रियल टाइम डाटा. द बिल्डिंग्स विच वी हैड द ग्रीन इनिशिएटिव्स एंड सर्टेन इनिशिएटिव्स विच आर नॉट स्पेसिफाइड, and with the working with Ashish and other prominent consultants, we used to get some innovative credits also in ITVs. So So that is the cost effectiveness, how you optimize the design, how your consultant treat your project as a kid, as a child, and after the child has grown up, वो स्कूल जाने लगा तो उसको छोड़ नहीं देने का है, उसका मेंटेनेंस कैसे पकड़ने का है, उसका बीच बीच में रिपोर्ट कार्ड भी चेक करने का है. That is the thing.
Thank you. I think Arun back here.
Can you term it as what gives the best ROI after giving all the systems together? So you have sustainability, your IGBC, all the norms, then your NBC standards, all standards together. Then at the end, you should give the best ROI. That is
So
cost
एक चीज
effective.
बताओ, ये बहुत अभी we all heard this fundamental आपने बताया. On one side, smart means extra money. Decarbonization means extra money, और भाई ने भी बोला. L1 means is the way to go forward. तो ये cost effective कैसे बनेगा?
It's the best solution that gives, the solution that comes up should be the best solution, taking care of all the systems together. And at the end, the client should value the outcome of the project, which sits into his USP of selling the building or leasing out the building. If he finds everything as a total goal, then he will say it's a cost-effective solution.
So the cost-effective solution, in your opinion, will be one where client is able to relate with it and find benefit in that. Number two, it actually helps in bringing the solutions that he's looking at. Anything else you want to add?
So I'll just give an example, real time ground, because I'm a contractor, so I dirty my hands, मैं ज़मीन से जुड़ा हुआ आदमी हूँ, I'm not a consultant where I can give a lot of, a theory and a lot of, modeling. So I was invited by a university recently called SGT University in Gurgaon. And it's a university which works on basics. It has window ACs and split ACs. And so the owner, like what he said just now, he said, don't give me any fundamentals about chillers and energy efficiencies and COPs and cooling towers, approaches and things like that. So tell me what I can do, which you can demonstrate. So I just quickly looked at his facility and I told him, okay, what we do is simple. You have window ACs, which are about 10 years old, 15 years old. So you benchmark, just see what the power consumptions are and benchmark it against the new ones, the new generation ones that are available. You'll get to know exactly what you replace. And number two, I told him you have your faculty rooms, you have about 40, 50 faculty rooms. So for a start, can we just spend about maybe 2,000 to 3,000 rupees or maybe less than that on occupancy sensors? Put occupancy sensors in about half the rooms and half the rooms you run it without the occupancy sensors and see what the power consumptions are. Are you making some savings or not? To generate that level of confidence. And I received a mail, from him, which I can share, which says that, out of the 14 rooms where he had installed the occupancy sensors and where there were no occupancy sensors, there's an energy saving of about 25%. Simple occupancy sensors, don't cost much. So at the end of the day, what I would believe, this is a cost-effective solution. So that's what is value for money. Maybe, it did cost some money, but end of the day, those number of units that were saved, I think will actually pay back in the payback.
Actually, you wanted to say something? You picked up the
So
mic.
I started my sustainability career in 2005 when people were just wondering what is green. Green means lawn, color, or what exactly is a green building. That time, I remember it was difficult to actually convince people what is a green building. And the only question I heard, कितना लगेगा ज़्यादा? जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, कितना देगी? What is the mileage? So what is your building going to give in terms of efficiency and what exactly are you extracting from me? So this has been the question till date. And today I have all the answers because way back in 2013, when I was actually flooded with these questions, I decided to do an official PhD in this subject. So I did my doctorate in cost implications in green buildings. And while doing this research, I realized a very, very interesting fact. There is nothing known as cost or effectiveness or anything. This is a small game that we all keep playing every day. It is a game of our choices. So it is our choice. I'll give you a very vague and stupid example. इन्होंने मुझे wild card दिया है, तो I have to add the element of wilderness. So एक महीने पहले तक 10 रुपए में you used to get 3 nimbus, 3 lemons. Today 10 rupees 1 lemon. But no, I am low in vitamin C, so I'll take a tablet. What is cost effective here? buying one lemon for 10 rupees, or maybe storing your lemons, buying them earlier.
Or maybe
in-
buying the vitamin C tablet for 10 rupees ki 5.
or vitamin C tablet,
Yes.
or taking a vitamin C injection.
Grow
So-
a lemon tree in the house itself.
Or grow a lemon tree in the house.
So, absolutely.
So
it is
where
a
are we
game
going?
of our
हम तो
choices.
building automation discuss कर रहे हैं, right?
Absolutely. So, इसलिए मैंने कहा element of
Right.
wilderness
So
has to
let
be
me
there.
let me understand one thing now. Let's start stitching this together. Yeah, I'll come to you, Javed. Now you pick it up from here. We all understand what smart means now. We all understand what cost effective means. In your opinion, are the automation systems looked at as a cost effective and smart solutions today by the industry?
They're not, but let me come to that, and that's the point. I was
Hindi is okay with you, na?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
So,
So,
I
you got a
wanna-
very English accent, so
I
that's
Hindi में बोलना बोलता हूँ मैं.
right.
It's-
Okay, then it's
I'll
okay. You
try.
can go ahead. This is a English.
All
thing.
right, so
Yeah.
I'm going to reason as an instrumentation specialist, okay? Looking at the grand scale, I want to argue the fact that controls and instrumentation are already cost effective, and let me try to explain. And I want to connect the dots with the gentleman on the left, gentleman on the right, and the lady on the far end. Looking at the grand scale of things, let's say the cost of a building is 100, including civil works, and this is the rule of the thumb. 10% of that is the cost of MEP services. So the air handling units, boilers, chillers, etc. 10% of that, approximately
No, it is nearly 30%.
30%.
30% is electromechanical services.
10% of that would be the building management systems. Would you agree?
It's a fraction.
Fraction.
It's a fraction.
And
So
that's what I was-
typically they cost about 50 rupees a square foot to 100 rupees a square foot in a building which costs anything between 3,000 to 5,000 rupees a square foot.
So you're helping me my point here. Take a fraction of that as the building management system, instrumentation, sensors are even a fraction of that. Grand scale of things, it's a drop in the ocean. Here's what I want to connect the point with the payback that you're talking about. For that 1% investment, if the break even is in a year or two, it's like money
So
in the
Javed,
bank.
what you are saying, sorry, this is a conversation, so I can
Please,
cut
of
you
course
off
you
also.
can, yes.
So what you're saying is logic. And the logic is something which doesn't exist in, it doesn't work. So if this was the logic, then we should have every building cost effective and smart operating there. Is that truly the case? That's what I'm asking everyone.
No, it's not.
It's not. Why is it not?
It's not basically because you have all the systems together. What he says is we implement everything. Now, you also know HVAC plays a major role in your, HVAC plays a major role into the systems, the BMS management system. Now, the point is everybody wants to play in a silo. He says, I'm giving the data, but is there somebody else collecting the data for you? Unless that happens, there is no two-way communication, there is no two-way mapping of the systems, then it is not going to happen. Because nobody writes the systems of the system operations.
So your reasoning is that it is fragmented industry at this point of time, and since the integration is not happening, clients are not able to see the benefit, and that's why it is currently not cost effective. It is not smart. Is that the thing that you all agree with?
So I think there is a lack of awareness actually. There is a lack of awareness in the end user because, one set of designers who are actually taking care of the entire cost efficiency part of it and implementing it, what happens to the person who's using it as well? So I think there is a gap there.
Right?
I have a different perspective, sir. I think the way that the building automation system or the energy management system is implemented is the bottleneck. Because what happens is on the ground level, as me being an HVAC system integrator, what I find is that when you're halfway through the project, starts the BMS, the design part of the BMS, then you start to find out what do you want to integrate, how do you want to work out your algorithm, what should be the algorithm, what should be the EPI that you should be getting. At that point in time, you've already decided all the equipments, you have all these COPs, IKWs per ton. So you're just doing that BMS just to say, okay, I've done BMS in my building, so I'm supposed to be smart, right? So I would believe that we need to change the way that, we are actually trying to do a BMS and EMS system, right? There has to be, I would believe that you should start by writing an maybe an energy statement or an energy document saying that, you know, this is what the EPI I would want to achieve. To achieve this EPI, I would select the following equipment. My chiller should have 0.25 kilowatt per ton. My cooling tower should do this, might do this. So at the end, my system efficiency should not cross 0.6 or 0.8. And how do I want to work out these systems? What algorithm do I want to write? Should be decided on day 0. And then after that emanates all the other, you know, services that are going to come in.
Thank you, KD. So, Harun, you wanted something? I'll want to pick up on him on this one. Yeah.
Regarding this cost effectiveness for all these things, the major consumption is HVAC. And HVAC in commercial spaces is more controlled. It is controlled by the FM team, and there are the qualified person who are controlling. And in the residential building towers, it is the common area. So it is 100% cost effective if we go with the CRC system for HVAC, basic system which is a age-old system, and other automation.
Arun bhai, wo hai, we are not doubting it. We all are intelligent people sitting here and very intelligent audience sitting
I am
here.
coming to that
But
point.
The point
Yeah.
is that, and everybody said that intelligence is not yet onto the ground in terms of implementation. One of the reasons he brought out was disintegration between the various elements. He brought out the fact that it is not performance based. That's what he'd like to see. What is it preventing? When we all understand cost effectiveness or smartness of it, kyun nahi ho raha?
There is a very short answer to that. There is a big gap between the OEM, designer, and the end user. There is a gap between this. This gap, as a consultant, you have to fill. OEM has his own set of...
OEM to ye baithe hain. Right.
And OEMs is not only instrumentation, the OEMs of the equipments also, pumps, HVAC and this. So they are all working in silos. Now it is coming to the, and it is the responsibility of the MEP consultant and afterwards maybe green building consultant to brought them at the design stage only. And when you are designing, you are sitting in a very controlled atmosphere. You have the resources, you have the knowledge, everything. But it went to the installation, so then it dilute little bit. When it goes to the FM team, so it dilute more. So that's why it is happening and people are feeling it is not effective, it is not get implemented.
Understood.
We have to fill those gaps.
Sure. So thank you for adding. You want to say something? Yeah.
No, you carry on.
Okay. So now I think we've set the challenges, and one of the big issues are coming to you as one of the problem areas. Another problem area is me as a consulting community, you as a OEM, and then equipment manufacturers. We are just not gelling. And he's absolutely right. He's an end user. He wants a solution. He doesn't doubt that it is cost effective. He knows what the value is. He's an intelligent person. He means not Harun, but as a developer, because they are here to offer smart things to their customers. But they are not doing it because of the problems which are coming out from here. Let's park it on one side right now. Tell us about decarbonization. And now you again know why you're sitting on this panel.
Absolutely.
You actually, I had looked at you and Purva, both of you, one of you were to sit here. Purva walked out of the room at that point, and that's why you were sitting here. So thank you, Purva. It's okay, quite fine. So so now tell us decarbonization. What is it that is going to change for them to start looking at this as, forget cost effective, forget smart, as a mandatory requirement? How is the decarbonization going to change their world?
Sure. So when we are talking carbon as a word has many approaches to it. So we say हमें decarbonize करना है without understanding that कितना decarbonize करना है. We always say that we want to remove carbon, remove it. But we have to maintain it to a certain level. We all are breathing in, breathing out as well. So that goes on. But of course, we have to maintain certain baselines. So very important part here firstly comes for baselines. What is decarbonization going to work upon with this industry? So there was a time when we all were very, very resilient to the climate changes. We used to adopt ourselves. And that is how the nature has been doing. So animals are not yet demanding anything smart in a way, but we humans are. And now it is our responsibility that one end we are demanding, other end we have to also maintain and touch the baselines. When we have decarbonization as an element added to everything we are doing, we are actually trying to set up climate-oriented goals. And at one point of time, we are saying 1.5 degrees, 45-degree reduction is our aim by 2030. On the other hand, if we actually see the numbers, reduction in 45% is one aspect. We have ideally enhanced our original baselines. So 45% is next to 50%.
So you are
what we
saying this
talking.
is the kind of requirement, mandatory
Yes.
that are going to come in.
Yes.
How are you looking at decarbonization, which is going to impact?
No,
the
I was
current
coming to the earlier
Okay,
point.
yeah, please
Now,
go
what happens is when we do implement BMS, the client has a wish list. I want BMS because he has heard about it. And most of the IT companies is because he has it, I want to have it. Nobody understands the crux why he needs BMS. Now, BMS could be BAS, building automation, then become building management. Today, it is nothing but building monitoring system. So you are monitoring every aspect of a building on a different scale, and nothing is integrated. Now, what she says is they want decarbonization to be brought in, and that's a prime focus of a development of a building.
That means the performance should be visible to you.
Yes.
And that's where the requirement is
Yes,
going to come,
now
right?
basically what happens is BMS is not rated till today. There is no rating for it today. We have CCTV access, you know that. So all of them, and there is no rating done. And that's what Mr. Manjrekar also said. We did one example of his building, which we got a smart rating done, which is a company which we did it. Now that forward, he got his USPs. But tomorrow if we say, ki, on this premises, wherever it is, I want to save my carbon credits. How do I save it? There's nothing written down. Now, IGBC consultants would come in, other consultants would come in, you as a consultant would come in and draw out the entire thing, but nothing is correlated. How, as an example, I have to design a BMS, I have to map all these aspects, but I don't know what is my end result.
Right.
If I know my end result, I know where I can reach. And then the client would understand, yes, I am reached.
I think we are getting there. Yes, you want to add something, Javed.
I'm not going to reason if we need to decarbonize or not. I want to raise a point that the end users were not historically convinced by the investment in building management system. Now the driver is decarbonization. I guess what will, and we also agreed that we are a very fragmented industry. We got the end user, the user of the building, then we got the contractor, the consultant, the contractor, the OEM, and so on and so forth. The key would be essentially to standardize to a certain level, have a rule book that we play by, not only that ticks the boxes and makes you green today, but revisits that in a year's time so that your building automation system is not switched off and it's working. So let me tell you that the reason I'm here is because of Vital. We need a standardization system that essentially monitors and gives the end user the bang for the buck, holds the OEM accountable, and gives the consultant, the design that he wanted to achieve. And that's the point I wanted to make.
All right. I think this is getting interesting. Let me stitch this. Yes, Katie, you want to say something? Go
So I think there's one more element to this accountability, because we have a chain starting from the owner to the architect, the consultant, then the system integrator, and then it comes down to the person who maintains it. In this entire value chain, I think in the entire, the way that we are working, probably I would suggest that if you have something like a commissioning agent, who directly reports to the owners, takes the responsibility to build that system from 0 to 100, right? Whether it's the question of design accountability, it's a question of implementation accountability, it's a question of commissioning accountability and post-commissioning accountability. Maybe one person like this, if can be brought into the system.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're going towards solution. Let's first sum up what has been said so far. First, smartness, well defined. What is it that we are looking for? People spoke about it. Cost effective, we spoke about that issue also. And what is the market perception? We spoke. Today, automation systems are a problem because of XYZ reasons. We also spoke about that. Decarbonization is a subject which is going towards statute now, where 2070 we have to be fully decarbonized, and 2030 एक्चुअली आपने से जितने लोगों ने 2070 सुना है और वहीं हम रुक जाते हैं कि 2070 हम आधे लोग तो होंगे ही नहीं उस वक्त, राइट अमित जी? आधे लोग हम में से होंगे ही नहीं, तब क्या प्रॉब्लम है? हमारी इश्यू ही नहीं है उसमें। लेकिन आपने एक और लाइन नहीं पढ़ी जो वहां पे लिखी हुई है उसी के नीचे कि 2030 तक हमें अपनी इकोनॉमी की कार्बन इंटेंसिटी को 50% तक कट डाउन करना है। देयर इज अनदर लाइन देयर, मतलब 2030 तक तो 50% होना है, 2070 तक 100% होना है। 2070 दूर है तो लेट्स नॉट वरी अबाउट इट, और जो 2030 का टारगेट हमने पढ़ा ही नहीं उसको। नाउ दिस इज द रियलिटी, एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू डीकार्बनाइजेशन एंड स्टैट्यूट, इट बिकम्स अ मैंडेटरी थिंग। दैट मीन्स इट्स परफॉर्मेंस। जहां पे डीकार्बनाइजेशन में दे आर गोइंग टू बी टेलिंग यू कि हमको ये नंबर अचीव करके दिखाओ, नहीं तो इट कुड बी कार्बन टैक्स, it could be GHG emission accounting, all those issues, your funding getting affected there, lots of issues can come in. That statutes are coming from different side. Government is working in that area. So decarbonization is going to put you into the mandatory zone, as against currently the whole industry is operating in an optional zone. Now, when the decarbonization comes in, that means the performance of the building becomes the key. Am I right? This is what you were trying to say at that point. Performance of the building becomes the key. I'm sorry, I'm just coming back to you. I'm just trying to summarize everything so that all these crazy questions I threw at you has a direction now. So performance of the building becomes the key. And today, आप पढ़ते होंगे कि Microsoft ने अपना टारगेट दिया 2030 तक हम हो जाएंगे, गूगल ने बोल दिया, और टाटा ग्रुप ने बोल दिया 2035 हो जाएंगे, आई डोंट नो कब है, जो भी है, बट एक फाइनाइट उन्होंने ईयर और फाइनाइट टारगेट दे दिया है, एंड दे आर ऑल टॉकिंग अबाउट अ नंबर व्हिच हैज टू बी सर्टिफाइड बाय समबडी, जिसमें उनको एक्चुअल कार्बन एमिशन कट करके दिखाना है, एंड all of them are talking about operational carbon primarily at this point of time. That means operation of the buildings, उसके emissions, उसकी operations को cut down करते हुए, they are talking about the number. That means your building performance will improve significantly by 2030, 32, 35, whatever that number is. और वो certified numbers होंगे. That means your automation systems now become a reality, because this is what KD Singh Saab was trying to say, performance based is where we need to go. So I hope now you understand the cost effectiveness, जो आज तक एक perception था, smartness जो हम जानते थे but we were not doing it because में cost add हो जाती थी, and decarbonization which changes the ball game completely. Now with that perspective, let's come back again on the table. If this is a mandatory, if what KD Singh Saab said कि performance based designs is where we need to go, performance based needs to, that means कल Harun Saab as a developer says मुझे net zero performance चाहिए, सर आप कंसल्टेंट है, डिजाइन करिए, सर आप कॉन्ट्रैक्टर हैं, दिखाइए, और सर आप कॉन्ट्रैक्टर दिखाइए, आप इक्विपमेंट सप्लायर हैं, और ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट, उसकी अकाउंटिंग करके दीजिए. दिस इज वेयर इट विल गो. एम आई राइट अंशुल? Where are we with respect to how do we get ready for that? That is the question for you. What should we do to get ready for this?
Do I mention the reality? So, what is happening today, I would say 2024, many of the consultants are not aware of what is to be done. They see this to be a very big opportunity coming up. कुछ तो करना है, internet search करना है, and they are coming up with solutions. So some people are terming it as washing, some people are giving, other kind of approaches to it. What we need to do is have a very, very strong handhold for our projects, handhold our clients, and especially the end users. I think if every person, definitely the design team is integrated, the end user has to be a part of it, and they should be well aware of what they are leading to.
Again, you're talking the obvious. और 2030 is not too far away. 5 साल बाद 2030 आ जाएगा.
Yes.
50% we have to cut down our carbon, and that is why the green power, renewable energies are becoming more and more, because that's why government has said 50% of our grid will get decarbonized. That means you're also talking about integration of it into the building. What should we be doing? What is it that we as a community should be doing to get ready for that? What is it that you feel? Yeah, go ahead. It's a big question. It's a very open-ended question.
It's all in line with what you're saying here. First, what do we need to do? We need to come together, which we are doing. Here we are.
Yes.
Now we are talking to each other, the various stakeholders. Now let's write the rule book. And I want to give an example from, this is my ex-boss, British boss, Bradley. Hi, Bradley. I once told him, hey, India's kicking England's, beating England in a cricket match.
That's right.
And I said, hey, the game is ours. He said, no, you're winning now. But we wrote the rule book. The game is still ours. And in some ways, there's an opportunity for us. And hence the reason I'm bringing this vital thing again. Here we are, stakeholders. We know our pain points. I know we complain about each other, but let's let it out, let it loose. And let's write the rule book. Let's put it together on paper.
Brilliant. Okay, Singh Saab, what is your solution to this? How should we put this together, the whole industry?
So I think the smart building or energy efficient building has, I think, few components attached to it. It starts from the building envelope, where we work closely with the architects to find out, how we can reduce the ingress of heat into the system. So we decide the lowest tonnage that we can install, either heating or the cooling tonnage. Second, these are other equipment suppliers. So the equipment suppliers are those who can supply us energy efficient equipment, and if you're saying a smart building, that must have smart equipment. Now what that smart equipment is, it throws a huge opportunity for people who are here. What I would say is that being a end user or as a contractor, for example, just to make it short, suppose we talk about VRVs, the use of VRVs in Delhi. As some time back we spoke about climate change, and she said that we're moving to 1.5 degrees excess. So what does climate change do to VRVs for a tropical, for a hot climate like Delhi? You have failures of your PCBs, you have failures of your compressors. So with so many intelligent people sitting here, I would like to probably suggest or maybe submit that can we have some automation done or some sensors installed in a PCB that can give us a predictive failure of,
Sure, I think he can answer this for you.
and
Yeah.
maybe compressors which can
So
say.
if that is your question, he has a solution, sir.
Basically, instead of going into that solution, I would go on a different way.
Okay.
I would say change the way the projects are being done.
Right.
Completely change the way, because end users say, okay, I want to build this. He appoints an architect. A certain level the architect reaches, and then you appoint other consultants. Why not they come together as we are doing up to the design part? All people are on board on day one. I would day one in the sense, in a little before the building gets into construction. Then you decide, okay, I want to achieve all these parameters. What are the systems that I can be brought into the scope?
Brilliant.
Once you do that, you know what is my end result. Now, once I have these systems, I have these schematics to be done, I have to achieve these ratings and standards. Who are the best possible integrators on board? Get the right integrators, because he has to understand, he has to understand what my end client wants it. Then you say, then you come up and say the construction is happening, you bring in technology, like people are talking about digital twins, you're talking about AR, VR, everything. You simulate that building before it actually gets into construction, and the results are already there on board.
Right. Right. Yeah, absolutely correct. So
And one more thing is, today's scenario, why we are failing, because there are no good operators who can actually manage a building.
Right.
There might be good products, there might be good solutions, but somebody
we have
has to
a problem.
understand how to manage a building.
Now, that's where we are going. There is an operator issues which are there. Even if the design integration is done with the help of what you're seeing, that may be simpler solution to do, because there are a lot of intelligent people sitting here. The operations will still remain a challenge, and that also needs to be seen. Harun bhai, you want to add something to would you feel as an owner that is a solution now, because आपके ऊपर सरकार ने कार्बन टैक्स लगाने जा रहे हैं आपकी बिल्डिंग पे. अगर आपकी बिल्डिंग 100 यूनिट्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पर स्क्वायर मीटर पर ईयर ज़्यादा करेगी तो आपको टैक्स देना पड़ेगा. तो अब आप उसको परफॉर्मेंस बेस एलिमेंट में कैसे लेके आओगे? आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही.
दे दिया solution और in continuation Vinayak sir has told in the morning. In the morning, he gave us an insight, Mr. Vinayak Bhai, that all stakeholders should be on board from the day one. So what happened as a developer, what I am facing the problem, MEP consultant is working in his own way, he is doing very good, he is putting all his efforts, but he is not telling to the facade guy कि भाई तुम जो है गिलास जो है वो DGU करोगे SGU करोगे तो इतना परफॉर्मेंस में फर्क आएगा, इतना कार्बन का ये रहेगा, और एंड ऑफ द डे देखो साहब हम तो डेवलपर हैं, हमको आप कुछ भी करके दोगे तो वी विल कैश इट. हम लोग तो कस्टमर्स को उससे 2 रुपए खर्च करेंगे तो वी विल ट्राई टू टेक इट 20. तो वो USPs भी मिलती हैं, स्टोरीज भी मिलती हैं.
So as a developer, you are ready to look at that solution? To you it makes sense?
Definitely, but more collaboration is required. Day one पे आना, उसका एक solution क्या है? ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं डेवलपर हूँ तो मैं साइड में खड़ा हूँ कि मैं आपको बोल दिया, मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खत्म हो गई. बाद में डिक्लेयर कर दिया आशीष ने बढ़िया काम नहीं किया, इन्होंने ऑटोमेशन नहीं किया, उन्होंने AC बढ़िया नहीं लगाया और मेंटेनेंस वाले ने तो सारा बेड़ा गर्क कर दिया. बट मुझे क्या है, what should I do कि at the concept I should ask a DBR design brief कि क्या करने वाले हैं, क्या टारगेट है, and then
बट वो टारगेट कैसे देंगे भाई? ये तो MEP कंसल्टेंट है. अमित भाई हमारे MEP कंसल्टेंट अभी थे, कहाँ चले गए? वो MEP कंसल्टेंट, राकेश जी बैठे थे, वो MEP कंसल्टेंट है. तो वो तो सिर्फ अपना बता रहे हैं. वो कहेंगे सब इसलिए नहीं हुआ क्योंकि आखिर इन्होंने काम नहीं किया.
आशीष आई गॉट योर पॉइंट. उसके लिए क्या है, हर चीज के लिए हमारे पास एक्सपर्ट रहता है. डॉक्टर भी हम देख के जाते हैं कि कौन सी बीमारी है तो कौन से डॉक्टर के पास हमें जाना है. तो उसके लिए यू नीड गुड ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट्स हु कैन वर्क ऑन योर प्रोजेक्ट.
क्या मैं इनको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी 100% दे दूं?
गाइड, दे शुड बी मेंटर. एंड व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, मतलब आई एम वेरी ओपन टू दैट. ग्रीन बिल्डिंग में भी मतलब नोबडी शुड हर्ट ऑन दैट. बट एक जर्नल व्यू क्या हो गया, ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट को रखते हैं, अरे रखने का है तो रखने का, पर टावर का 2 लाख 2.5 लाख देने का है बस, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं दे सकते हमको. MEP वाले को ऑलरेडी हम लोग 10-12 लाख रुपए दे, 10-12 रुपए 15 रुपए जो भी दे रहे हैं.
15 रुपए देते हैं आप?
नहीं, हम तो देते हैं. खैर हमारा
लेट्स गो एंड टारगेट हिम.
आशीष, जो करंट सिनेरियो है ना वो ये है कि जिस चीज़ को रेस्पेक्ट देनी चाहिए, इफ़ यू डोंट गिव रेस्पेक्ट, इफ़ यू डोंट गिव इम्पोर्टेंस, अगर मेरे दिल में आपके लिए
तो आप
रेस्पेक्ट
15 रुपए इनको तो रिस्पेक्ट दे रहे हो, उनको क्यों नहीं दे रहे?
वही मैं माइंडसेट बता रहा हूँ. जनरल माइंडसेट यही है. टावर का बिल्डिंग है तो इतना दे दो. और ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट की भी क्या रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, वो जनरल गाइडलाइंस ना दे, प्रोजेक्ट के सोल में जाके देखें.
बट हारून भाई, ये आपने बहुत अच्छी बात की, लेकिन सिंस टाइम कम है, मुझे अभी भी वो 1 पॉइंट आपके हिसाब से कौन होगा जो बिल्डिंग को डिलीवर करेगा परफॉर्मेंस के हिसाब से, क्योंकि आपके ऊपर तो टैक्स लगने वाला है और आपके ऊपर पेनल्टी आने वाली है. वो कौन है? वो KD सिंह साहब है कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, वो ये सप्लायर साहब हैं जो बैठे हैं, वो कंसल्टेंट है, या वो ग्रीन वाला है, या अभी भी आप ही की प्रॉब्लम है?
एक आदमी तो हो नहीं सकता. इसमें सबसे पहले जो ग्रीन डीकार्बनाइजेशन करना है, अगर मैं गूगल करके देखो, अगर मैं छोटा डेवलपर हूँ, मुझे मालूम नहीं है, तो कौन अच्छे लोग हैं, कौन कंसल्टेंट्स अवेलेबल हैं, IGBC से कांटेक्ट करूँ, किसी से कांटेक्ट करूँ, एक अच्छा ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट रखूँ जो मेरे प्रोजेक्ट के सोल में जाके जनरली ना बता दे इतना 50 किलोवाट का आप सोलर प्लांट लगा दो. अरे साला टेरिस पे जगह ही नहीं है, मैं किधर लगा दूँ? तो मुझे अल्टरनेट दे के आप
Perfect. You want to say something?
So I'm just repeating what I said.
Right.
It has to be one single
You
point.
had given a solution. I wanted to come to that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm coming to. I said there has to be a single point responsibility.
Who?
And that should
KD
be
Singh?
that should be a commissioning agent who takes it from the value chain,
But
or it
KD
could
Singh
be.
is the commissioning agent also.
So fine, fair enough. I'm willing to take that as long as I'm involved from day 0. I can't be involved at
So
day 9.
if Harun Bhai was to call you today and say he wants a building which performs at X number, नहीं तो 100 crore का आपके ऊपर fine लगेगा.
I'm willing to.
You're ready to take
I'm
that
ready to
as
take
a
the challenge.
contractor. commissioner,
Absolutely,
and-
sir.
And then you'll go ahead and hire a green consultant, MEP consultant, architect, product supplier. You'll do everything and integrate it.
I would
Is
love-
that the solution?
Yes, sir, that is the solution. That's the path forward, because there has to be one person who should take responsibility. That also brings in a lot of quality into the industry.
Fine. आपने execute कर दिया. हाँ, हारून भाई.
नहीं, मेरे दिमाग से निकल ना जाए इसलिए.
हाँ,
अच्छा
बोलो,
point.
बोलो, please,
जो मैं मतलब इम्प्लीमेंट करने की रुस्तम जी में आई एम ट्राइंग टू इम्प्लीमेंट इन दिस. जो भी कॉन्ट्रैक्टर रखा है हमने MEP का, जैसा आपने बताया 30% तो रहती है. एक छोटा सा भी हम टावर बनाते हैं तो वो 200-250 करोड़ का तो रहता ही. उसमें मैंने तो एक ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट रखा है अपना, जो मेरे को गाइडेंस देगा, अच्छा कंसल्टेंट रख। बस जो मैं वेंडर्स रख रहा हूँ, इलेक्ट्रिकल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर रख रहा हूँ, पंप्स का जो मेरा वेंडर है, पंप इंस्टॉलेशन, पंप
BMS
काम
वाला
कर
रख
रहा
रहे हैं
है,
आप?
BMS HVAC कर रहा है, तो जो बड़े कॉन्टैक्ट्स हैं उसमें मैं उनको इंसिस्ट करूँ कि आप भी जो है ना, जो ग्रीन बिल्डिंग का जो कंसल्टेंट है, एक्सपर्ट है, वो पूरा कॉन्टैक्ट, अभी आई एम श्योर कोई भी जितने कॉन्टैक्ट्स होते हैं ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट को कोई भी सर्कुलेट नहीं करता है। इट हैज टू बी वैलिडेटेड थ्रू देम, तो ग्रीन बिल्डिंग प्रोक्योरमेंट पॉलिसी और ये होना चाहिए।
Thank you,
क्योंकि
अरुण भाई।
छोटी चीज से
Sure.
नहीं होगा, सबको
एक
उसमें करना
क्वेश्चन और है
पड़ेगा।
लास्ट, बिकॉज वो बार बार मेरे को हाथ खड़ा करके बता रहे हैं। एक क्वेश्चन और रह गया है। यहाँ तो अब इंस्टॉल हो गई बिल्डिंग, और ये आके उस वक्त कमीशन करते हुए वेरी इंटेलिजेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, वेरी रिस्क टेकिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, फुल्ली रिस्पॉन्सिबल कॉन्ट्रैक्टर कह रहे हैं मैं परफॉर्मेंस के साथ बिल्डिंग को डिलीवर कर दूंगा, यू ऑल आर एंगेज्ड एंड इट्स डन, योर इक्विपमेंट आल्सो। Now comes the role of actual operation of the building. Please understand, 60% of the carbon emissions are related to operations of the building, where Mr. KD Singh is gone.
So I think
Mr. Consultant is gone.
what I
So
feel
what
is,
is it that you can offer, all of both of you can
I can
offer?
say at the end of the day, when the project is ready to be delivered, we used to do an IST before, integrated system test. Unless that happens, they should not occupy the building. Today, that thing is intently gone and everybody is looking at silos, and today has come that you do digital twin. Now, digital twin is nothing but a soft simulation of systems. But a physical IST agar project pe ho, then you know the exact situation where you have achieved, what have you achieved, and if not, when can you achieve it.
Sure. Javed, tell us how automation can solve that problem for us, for having a real operating building with performance guaranteed there.
So I think like we said some time back that I would know a person like me would take a responsibility for the complete building. So now the operation part of that building also goes to the same person for the next 4 years or 5 years. So he actually demonstrates the performance of the building spread over a period of time. It's not that I've just handed it over and it's gone. And in that also there are the building automation systems that can help in doing predictive and preventive maintenance. Once you're doing a complete energy management system, the energy management systems would also give you pop-ups about, for example, the compressor oil needs to be changed or its viscosity has reduced. So, if you have a viscosity sensor, it gives you a beep on your screen and says, boss, you now need to change your, oil. So there is where
Singh
the
sir, you're a
automation,
little
yeah.
old in technology. आप तो एक word like building automation use करते हैं जो अब outdated हो गया है.
Energy management
IoT,
system.
please, IoT.
IoT.
IoT, BIM. BIM, please, बड़े-बड़े words use करिए because ये छोटे words अब
सर
पुराने हो गए हैं.
हम लोग ग्राउंड से जुड़े हुए आदमी हैं, जमीन से अपने हाथ काले करते हैं तो हम जमीन में ही बात करते हैं.
फिर आप ऐसे बोलोगे दोबारा इन बैक नहीं बुलाएंगे आपको.
अरे कोई बात नहीं सर.
Okay, yes, I'm
So
sure.
referring to the question, I think year-on-year monitoring is extremely important where, automation will play a very big role, identifying where the gaps is, and the certification, whatever is happening, it has to be valid for 1 year, and there has to be the entire team, still working towards it. And just shifting to your previous question where you missed to ask me, इन्होंने कहा 1.5 लाख देते हैं. Of course, I think the consultants should be made partners in the project. We don't mind taking a flat. We don't want any fees.
कितने का फ्लैट है वैसे आपसे?
So जब तक building रहेगा,
Right,
आपका
Ritva,
stake
okay.
रहेगा.
All right. So I think let me summarize this for you where we went actually. The whole thing is now coming down to, in future, it is all going to be about performance based. And this is where customers are now going to come to you, the clients who are going to come to you, Harun Bhai, and the community will come to you and say, मुझे building चाहिए which should be net zero, it should have an EPI of this, it should have carbon emissions of this, and that's the performance they look for. At that point, KD Singh Saab has been brave enough, but the community will have to come together. Everybody will come together to offer that solution. Those are called performance-based design solutions, which are there. They'll come together, they will offer that solution. The automation systems, including the technology, will play a very important role, which is BIM, whether it's 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, all of that will start coming together. AR, VR, whatever we talk about will come together. And then finally, the operation of the buildings, which is what the the automation systems will play would be an important part. This is what we were all
I
trying to
also
say
feel
here.
that the users who occupy the premises should be told what is to be done and not to be done.
Right, and that's when the decarbonization, cost effectiveness, and smart will come together to deliver the full experience which the customers are looking for. So far, we could have talked about it and say, बड़ी अच्छी बातें करके हम जा सकते थे, but this is now becoming a reality. This is why the rise of the automation industry that you're seeing suddenly is happening purely because of this reason. Now again, you know, this is a very old industry. मैं 92 में भी आया था तो हम यही काम कर रहे थे, लेकिन हमारी कोई कदर नहीं थी. Suddenly you have a big role to play. The reason is it's now all coming down to performance, and that's why if you go to any conference, यहाँ तो खैर in back है, but you go to any conference, IoT people will be sitting there and would be one of the partners or one of the speakers. Any conference you go today, and that is the reason, because it is coming. Performance is what is coming. So Harun bhai, stage is yours. You want एक वो शेर और सुना दीजिएगा. पहले वो वाला शेर एक बार सुना दो आप. आप सुनाओ तो हम सब.
मतलब आशीष के लिए जब भी मैंने मिलता हूँ या किसी भी कंसल्टेंट को मिलता हूँ तो दे आर, हमसे तो पढ़े लिखे हैं, हम तो सबसे कम पढ़े लिखे हैं इन लोगों में. तो कंसल्टेंट्स आर ऑलवेज क्वालिफाइड एंड दिस, कि वो तो खुशबू है. मतलब जब तक डिज़ाइन करेंगे, सब कुछ करेंगे, वो तो खुशबू है, हवाओं में बिखर जाएगा. मसला फूल का है, फूल किधर जाएगा. मैं लास्ट 3 days बिफोर किसी कस्टमर के साथ बैठा था, तो बस मेरे को बस नहीं चल रहा था कि कैसे कंसल्टेंट को बोलूं, जो भी मेरा कंसल्टेंट था, कि भाई तुम आके जवाब दो इसको. इतने क्वेश्चंस थे, तो रियलाइज़ होता है कि अपने को सारे अच्छे कंसल्टेंट लेने चाहिए. कंसल्टेंट सारे ही अच्छे हैं, मतलब हमको उनको गाइड भी करना चाहिए कि कैसे काम करना चाहिए. और जो अभी अकॉस्टिक कंसल्टेंट, दैट इज़ ऑल्सो अ पॉल्यूशन, उसको कोई ख्याल नहीं करता है. ऊपर के लोगों को दिक्कत रहता है. ग्रीन बिल्डिंग कंसल्टेंट है, BGM कंसल्टेंट है, तो दे ऑल शुड कम टुगेदर. वो हो गया. और मैं आपको लास्ट में, मतलब ये अदर देन पैनल है, बहुत सारा सीरियस डिस्कशन हो गया, बहुत सारा टेक्निकल बात हो गया. तो मैं कंसल्टेंट्स को और उसको एक छोटा सा होमवर्क देना चाहता हूँ. जो इन्होंने बोला ना कि मेरे को ये चाहिए कि मेरे को आप ऐसे बिल्डिंग बना के दे दो. अल्टीमेट एम क्या है पूरी दुनिया का, कि अपने को एक साफ, एक अच्छी जगह, लिवेबल जगह चाहिए, जहाँ पे हमको डॉक्टर पे ना डिपेंड रहे, हेल्थ रहे, और चाहे पैसा कितना भी हो, बिल्डिंग में पानी नहीं है तो पानी नहीं रहेगा. तो उसके लिए मेरा नहीं है, एक अमजद इस्लाम अमजद हैं, उनका ये लिखा हुआ है. तो जस्ट आई विल टेक 2 minutes है साकिब. तो आशीष भाई, विनायक भाई, जावेद भाई और जितने भी कंसल्टेंट्स हैं.
आपने उनको बहन तो बोला ही नहीं.
वो सॉरी, और टाइम भी कम है. नो प्रॉब्लम, माई सिस्टर ऑल्सो, नो प्रॉब्लम. मुझे अपने जीने का हक चाहिए आशीष, मुझे अपने जीने का हक चाहिए. ज़मीं जिस पे कदम टिक सके और तारों भरा कुछ आकाश चाहिए. मुझे अपने जीने का हक चाहिए. नेमतें, मतलब ब्लेसिंग्स, नेमतें जो मेरे रब ने धरती को दी, साफ पानी, हवा, बारिश, चांदनी, ये तो हर इंसान की जागीर है, ये हमारी तुम्हारी किसी की नहीं. मुझको शिक्षा, सेहत और उम्मीद की 7 रंगों भरी एक धनक चाहिए. मुझे मेरे जीने का हक चाहिए. न हवा साफ है, न फ़ज़ा साफ है, वो जो जीवन का नींव था वो ही साफ नहीं. ज़मीं हो, समंदर हो या आसमान हो, ज़मीं हो, समंदर हो या आसमान हो, एक ज़रा सोचिए कि अब क्या साफ है. मौत से भरपूर है ये पॉल्यूशन आलूदगी. दोस्तों, दिल में थोड़ी कसक चाहिए. मुझे मेरे जीने का हक चाहिए. मुझे मेरे जीने का हक.
So what he talked about is it decarbonization. हमें decarbonization चाहिए, performance based design चाहिए, क्योंकि साफ हवा, साफ पानी और साफ सब कुछ चाहिए. So this is all coming. Thank you Harun bhai for summing it up. I'm not going to sum it up. You have done it so well. Thank you very much panelists for being here. I think you did a great job, and thank you for being the wild card entry, Anshul.
Thank
And
you
I
so
could-
much, sir. Sir, can I redefine SMART after
please
this
go ahead.
panel? So this time, SMART stands for S will be specific, M will be measurable, A can be Ashish, Anshul or anybody, but please appreciate.
You stay Anshul, R will be Rakheja.
And R will be renewable and T will be timely.
Right.
So it's actually time for all of us, and we are ticking now. The body is ready to explore.
Absolutely. And I tell you, yesterday I was at an event for Focus at Mumbai, where we had the National Disaster Management Chief who was there, the Western Region Chief who was there, and he spoke about Mumbai Decarbonization Plan 2045. He says, "Aap taiyar ho na ho, we are ready for it and we are going to implement it." Am I right? This is exactly the wordings he said. All of it, everything is going to get measurable, everything is going to become accountable, and that's where the automation, our community would be playing the very important role. And this, the vital that we have is also going to be an important aspect, because to check the working of a system, this is where the vital is going to go. So thank you so much for INBAC for inviting.
There's a wish list after working for 35 years. I can only
आप इसको use
I can only request you that as a developer, we would request you to start moving towards evaluating the life cycle cost vis-a-vis the first cost. Most of the times, we face this challenge about the first cost, and first cost becomes of prime importance to the developer, and there is where the problem comes in at the end, and then we start debating as to why we are not performing.
And it is the life cycle cost for a product, for a consultant, for a contractor, for everything is what we need to look at to get a real smart solutions for a decarbonized India.
This operation cost, now the customers are asking, because in South Mumbai, when the customer is coming to the operation cost is 15, 20 rupees, 18 rupees. I used to calculate. And thus we calculate at the concept stage. We have to take them confidence. And that reduction, if I show to the end user, so that is my success. And with that cost reduction, that what I made जो कविता सुनाया, उसका सारा सार उसमें ही आ जाएगा. Cost भी कम हो जाएगा, पानी भी साफ, सब कुछ साफ हो जाएगा.
And incidentally, I'll tell you, Sakhi started in the morning with the ECSBC, Energy Conservation Sustainable Building Code. Two sections have been introduced there. Two sections are introduced in the code. Code is mandatory, please remember. One is on IoT. The one section, the second is on commissioning. Rest all, of course, remains there, but IoT and commissioning move into the code. They are also moving to the National Building Code, which is currently being written at this point of time. So all of this that we talked about, the decarbonization, smart, cost effectiveness will start integrating going forward in future. So thank you for being there. Thank you. Wonderful.
We request you that as a developer, we would request you to start moving towards evaluating the life cycle cost vis-a-vis the first cost. Most of the times, we face this challenge about the first cost, and first cost becomes of prime importance to the developer, and there is where the problem comes in at the end, and then we start debating as to why we are not performing.
And it is the life cycle cost for a product, for a consultant, for a contractor, for everything is what we need to look at to get a real smart solutions for a decarbonized India.
This operation cost, now the customers are asking, because in South Mumbai, when the customer is coming to the operation cost is 15, 20 rupees, 18 rupees. I used to calculate. And thus we calculate at the concept stage. We have to take them confidence. And that reduction, if I show to the end user, so that is my success. And with that cost reduction, that what I made जो कविता सुनाया, उसका सारा सार उसमें ही आ जाएगा. Cost भी कम हो जाएगा, पानी भी साफ, सब कुछ साफ हो जाएगा.
And incidentally, I'll tell you, Sakhi started in the morning with the ECSBC, Energy Conservation Sustainable Building Code. Two sections have been introduced there. Two sections are introduced in the code. Code is mandatory, please remember. One is on IoT. The one section, the second is on commissioning. Rest all, of course, remains there, but IoT and commissioning move into the code. They are also moving to the National Building Code, which is currently being written at this point of time. So all of this that we talked about, the decarbonization, smart, cost effectiveness will start integrating going forward in future. So thank you for being there. Thank you. Wonderful discussion.
Thank you, panelists. Thank you.
Sir, a very simple problem. We talk about AI and ML. So probably operator we have taken care of because system will tell him what to do. But are we or our industry is doing anything about, upskilling of the commissioning workforce that is there? Because that is where the problem lies, be it IoT, be it your BMS. That is where the problem is. And that's the basic point where we say that BMS doesn't work.
I'll tell you what in commissioning what the problem is. I have faced it from multiple years. The people who work and commission the system are not certified. They all know is I just want to put cables and do the termination. They are not aware of what the system is. They are not worked on the system. They are not read the data sheets. They are just following up what is given to them and in sections. Now, if the entire cycle is covered up and you actually have certified commissioning team, then it makes a lot of difference. So there are two things to it. Either somebody starts a commissioning part to it, or they get it trained from the products you're going to use. And that makes a lot of difference.
I completely agree with you. To add to that point, certified and training, and one of the stakeholders I would add would be the educational sector, and I saw one of the professors here as well. And that is important as well, getting people in, educating them from early on, hands-on, not just tick box, and go into the real world and see how it works, and then make sure the job is done.
Thank you so much. We would apologize for not taking more questions, but that leaves an opportunity to connect them personally during the lunch session. So thank you so much, panelists. We would like to have call upon our guest for the felicitation.
For felicitation, we call upon our own Saki, Vijay Khanap sir, call upon Shailendra Sharma and Kapil Kapoor. Request you to please come on stage for felicitation
Ashish sir. He'll help you out with holding the tray, please. Thank you. I think, sir, our new version of magazine might please you with the customized photo. So I would request everyone to place the magazine on the front side and have a joint photograph, please. Yeah.